All right, boys, we are back in another episode presented to you by Bollock Studios, where football nutmegs the nonsense. So, of course, joining me in the studio once again, Kuhan. Welcome back, man. And considering Sharif, who is not with us because, again, I don't know how to say it in Korean.
Sawadee-kap.
Sawadee-kap, Thailand ni.
One Thailand. You
Sama
salah
je
negara,
lah.
bro. So,
Ni.
yeah, of course, we're missing Sharif today for obvious reasons. He is on a short family getaway at South Korea. So have a good trip, man, with your family and all. Our well wishes to them as well. Enjoy your trip and eat well. So let's not talk about the food. So yeah, and of course, joining us in our respective remote studios, we have a new member, Randiv. Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hello.
So I'm not gonna say which club he supports. I leave that to Randiv. But of course, I kind of generalize you lah as a football fan in overall lah. Considering to the viewers out there who are tuned in, of course, when we spoke separately last week. Randiv started covering a lot of different games and all that stuff, right? So okay, time to invite.
Yeah, he covered the championship.
Exactly, even until the championship as well, right? So that was pretty interesting. Hence the reason we thought, okay, you know what? We decided to welcome you, right? Welcome you to the pod. So once again, Randiv, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you for the invitation.
Hey, no problem at all, man. So yeah, that having said, speaking of some of the nutmegs over the weekend, I know as much as we are recording this over the midweek, yeah, so we are exactly on Wednesday today, so we have passed the weekend last week, right? So, okay, some of the nutmegs and the nonsense.
Lot has happened.
A lot of shits have happened, right? I mean, excuse my French, yeah, but yeah, we had once again a tale of two halves. Starting from what they say a sloppy first half between Wolves and Man United, but of course they managed to seal a win, right? But the question still remains: is that a tactical masterclass, or was it just because it's Wolves lah? So that's one of it. And not just speaking of comebacks, Leeds against Liverpool. Oh my goodness, man!
What a comeback!
What a comeback,
What a
man!
comeback.
I mean, exactly right, and
Ellen Road,
and
Yeah.
not. I mean, as much as we're going to be covering the match, right? Here goes the Slot and Salah saga that's been happening. Yeah, so we're going to be covering that. So stick around as well. And of course, let's see Newcastle and Burnley. What a win! Yeah, what a win for Newcastle and the approaching Tyneside derby.
Yeah.
The derby that, of course, in our some of our previous episodes, Kuhan, yeah. So not Kuhan, so Randy, for your for your benefit, yeah. So there was another guy by the name of Kuhan who joined us. So he's an out and out Arsenal supporter, yeah. So he did bring up the topic that this upcoming Tyneside derby is gonna be erupting, right? So that's of course,
big one.
yeah. It's going to be a very decent one, a very good one. In fact,
It is. I mean, to be fair, just to interject lah, just a bit on the derby before we enter. It's Sunderland's biggest game in 7 years, but it's Newcastle third biggest game in 7 days.
So the battle of the sevens, if you want to put it. Sevens. I mean, of course, we had 007 from Florian Wirtz. I don't know, has that prolonged to 14? Yeah, so they decided to double it, right? So
Pity that guy. Like, when he scores, it's an own goal.
When he does brilliant assists, no one scores.
He's good, but then I feel he's at the wrong club. Like.
That's a very big statement, man. He's at the wrong club. I mean, of course, we are going to cover those topics as well on why as well. So that question, I will be definitely asking you that, right? So speaking of, you're saying scoring own goals, yeah? So speaking of Jamie Carragher, yeah, when you speak of own goals, imagine this, for a pundit who has what? 768 matches, 10 goals, out of 10 goals, 7 own goals, 3 only he has scored, and with no Premier League titles, yeah. So and finally, this is the man who finally realized he wants to defend his club, right? So it's a joke, right? He talks about AFCON, Salah going into the AFCON and all that stuff. The guy has never won the AFCON, but hey, you're an Englishman who's never won anything.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
Yep,
remember
yep,
that as
yep,
well.
yep.
Yeah. So of course, there's just one of the bones to pick on Jamie Carragher. Yeah, but again, fair play. Yeah. So big shout out to Jamie Carragher as well. I'm starting to like him, lah. With all his comments and all that. So of course, not taking too much time, guys. So let's kick off with Wolves and Man United last week. I mean, not last week, the last game, right? So scoreline 4-1. Again, as I mentioned earlier, tale of two halves, right? Very
How's the first half?
sloppy. If I'm being honest, it was pretty sloppy.
A lot of
It's like,
goals.
no, it was just, no, I'm talking about the first half. So the first half was only 1-1. But you see, just look into the previous Wolves matches, right? They did not even score, no. So that's why there was a saying, right? Wolves, when they play against any other team, they just like struggle, they can't score, and then they just get hammered, right? But United will be a team that any team plays against United, right? Eventually they just become they become world class,
Yeah. The confidence is there.
So United makes other teams look world class, right? So that was the topics of discussion on socials and all that stuff. But however, that was the first half, right? So they considered it was 1-1, but I'm not sure what happened, man, in the dressing room at the break. That I mean, kudos to the team, lah. I would say, very 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 good way they responded. But once again, is it because it's just Wolves or it's just none other than a tactical masterclass? Randiv, what do you think?
Yeah, so if you ask me, the point that you got Matthew first is true. That even I felt the same. You see, Wolves haven't scored for quite some time. So the first half was really rubbish. I see Wolves. I knew it. I knew it. You see, one of the reason earlier I spoke why I didn't wake up for the game because I knew Wolves would score the first goal there.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew.
Yes.
I knew Wolves would score the first goal. It's definitely happening. But then the win. Okay, like I can say the win. Let's see. Okay, Wolves is in a very very bad position in the Premier League. If this was other team, maybe I can say okay, that was like Crystal Palace. It was a good win, even though it was shaky. It was 2-1, but then it was still better than the Wolves match lah.
Mm-hmm.
So Wolves first half was poor, and then second half,
Mm-hmm.
I would still say that it wasn't a team performance. It is individuals
Individual.
brilliance.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I see. Okay, that's nice. Bang,
But
what you have
I mean,
points to add?
Wolf is, I think we were talking about this. Wolf is going to probably match or beat Derby's 07-08 record, I think.
Yeah.
Of, I think 11
Yes.
points.
Well, 11 or 12, I think.
11 or 12. I think it's 11. But anyway, but I don't know. It's again lah. MU, the goals were made by we've spoken this many times. It's always a match of it's a football match for MU. It's always moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they cannot control games. So that is the biggest thing. And of course, I think MU is going to miss a couple of players.
The two players who is gone for the AFCON will be Ahmad Diallo
Ahmad Diallo. Sorry.
And Embomo.
and Mbeumo. And fun fact, so respectively they play for Ivory Coast. Ahmad Diallo plays for Ivory Coast. Brian Mbeumo plays for Cameroon.
Cameroon.
And they are in the same group.
Exactly.
So fun fact, lah. So they will be going against each other during
So,
the AFCON. But that
who
goes,
would
right?
you all miss actually? Kind of obvious, right?
Actually,
Ahmad was quite a
both.
good right wing back.
I think we are going to miss both.
Until you see, like, again, coming back to the MU and this one, still I feel that you see the midfield is not set. You see, let's go back a few weeks before lah, where we had a draw with Nottingham Forest, and then we had a draw with West Ham. So when you look at these matches, which I watched and everything, I feel the midfield it doesn't suit because Bruno Fernandes he can't sit at back. You see, the reason they won at Wolves for me, which I believe, Bruno Fernandes went up,
Yeah.
providing assists and he did everything and all. Casemiro is good. You can't take that away from him. He's a world class player. But then looking at his age, looking at the league, I feel both this midfield doesn't suit. I think that is the only problem because you see, Nottingham Forest, you imagine we draw. But if you would have got a win there and we would have won against West Ham and again the one against Everton where I don't know how they lost against 10 men. But I feel personally, David Moyes is doing a good job at Everton.
Yep.
It is.
If you guys are looking, David Moyes is doing a good job. So it was a very, very good victory for him and everything else. So this is the little bit of things, where from 1 point we can turn it to 3 points.
Yep. Agreed.
But it's
I
not
agree.
happening because they bought all the attackers. Yes, they got the 3 attackers, top front, everything. Defense also all. But midfield, koya raba.
I think wait lah for Elliot Anderson to come if he comes lah.
If
I
he
don't think
comes.
they want to come. Depends on where they finish this season. If they finish
You
the
think it
same like
matters
last
where
season,
they
14,
finish?
15, no one will come.
Come on, man.
But-
I mean,
but-
the best two strikers in Premier League last season came. What? I mean, Mbeumo came, Cunha came.
I was
Because
just about to say, yeah.
I think maybe Amorim convinced them with, his plan and everything. He got the plan. For me, I don't see MU has a style of play yet. But it's a bit that they show
Identity.
it from a 90 minutes match, they show 30 minutes of what they are capable of. The balance 60 minutes, everybody is dreaming. Everybody start dreaming, thinking about their story, this story.
But that's the thing. Full matches are not won. I mean, throughout the 90 minutes, even you play badly for a 5-minute slot, you can lose the match.
Like you lose match, true. Like Mourinho lah. You can take the ball home.
The ball home.
You take the ball home.
Take it.
Yeah, but of course, right? So these are just some of our talking points on the match between Wolves and Man United. So of course, addressing to the viewers and to the fans, we would like to hear what did you make of the game, and the usual stuff. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notifications as well. And hey, we look forward to hear your comments on the Wolves and Man United game, right? On top of whatever we have just shared. So from one sloppy first half to a win, did Arsenal have a good evening?
No.
So
But what a game, man.
yeah,
What a
what
game.
a game. Wow. So Aston Villa beats Arsenal. Scoreline what?
In the
2-1?
last
Yeah.
moment,
So
yeah, 2-1.
exactly. And what did you make of it, man, Kuhan? I was
was
surprised.
a very even matched game, and you see Aston Villa. I think they draw their first 3 games of the league season. They didn't do that.
No, they didn't win. They didn't win. Sorry to interrupt. They didn't win in the first few matches.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
first 3. The first 3.
First 3 or 4. 4, I think more.
Maybe 4, but they were down there, and then they were very dejected because they missed out in Champions League last season. They had to sell some of their players. Jacob Ramsey is one of them. So because of PSR and whatnot, and now they are slowly creeping in. And what sweet revenge, man! Unai Emery against his former club. So the game was brilliant. Arsenal still don't know how to use a striker. This is what, the Gyökeres was playing in the left, and they still not giving him direct balls. When he came on as a substitute, it was they can't. They're trying to play with their midfield and everything. It is not working, especially when you're playing against teams who are very, very good tactically. I'm not sure whether Gyökeres is not a good striker because he's running to the side. I don't know why. If you are a top striker, you should be running towards the middle. And even if he ran to the middle, he's not getting the direct ball into it.
Yeah, but is that a direction or perhaps part of the gameplay you think from Arteta? That
why
he was
last
instructed?
season they didn't want the title because they don't have a top scorer, a high top scorer.
Yeah,
so you buy him now. That's because your team is better off now, and the league is somewhat not catching up to you. At least before the last 3 games, now the league has catch up to you.
Yep.
So how? I mean, you're going to go back to square one, I think, right? So, but I love the last goal.
Buendia.
Yes.
What a goal, man.
What a goal, man.
Wow.
It was a good goal. But then, if you ask me about this Arsenal and Aston Villa match, Arsenal, we have to go back from day one. I don't have confidence that they will win the league this season is because, you see, Arsenal are a team where when they come and play with you, first they see how you are. How you are attacking, how you are bringing your football and everything. Then they see that and then they attack. That is Arsenal. Because you see, last season, why they didn't win is because against some big team, which the big 6 or big 7 or what, if they score first, they are just sitting down to draw. I mean, to win, sorry.
To win.
Yeah. Even if a team scores late, Arsenal are not attacking. That's why I feel the Victor, what is his name? Gyökeres, sorry.
Yeah.
Gyökeres, yeah.
I feel it's not that he wants to play like that. I feel this is Arteta's.
He's being made to play that way.
Yeah. You see, they hold, they sit down. What happened? They concede last minute.
Yeah. It's correct.
So
and also, I mean, I don't know, like to be fair, they don't even have their 2 centre backs lah, Saliba and also Gabriel. So maybe there is a drop of standards of defending. And to be fair, the two new defenders, Timber and I can't pronounce Hincapi.
Yeah. The fella from Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia. So I don't know whether they are good enough against Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, but what you say is true, nah. You see, okay, they didn't have the two defenders only this season, but last season I feel they even had a better squad and everything and all. But Arsenal are just like
Last season also they still blame
But there were
Gabriel.
still injuries, what? I mean, I think
There were injuries. Now
there
again
were
they
injuries
cannot.
as well, and again they got it this time round. So yeah, I mean, although there were not much talks, there were talks like with the was it Saliba or was it Gabriel who got injured? One of them.
yeah, Gabriel.
Gabriel, right? And of course Hincapia, taking the helm and all that, right? No issues on depth. This one, I think I echo what previously Kuhan was mentioning as well, right? Considering an Arsenal supporter. And of course, there's no issues on squad depth. But is this just probably that one-off game that, it's like eye-opener? Something that is bound to happen. It's questionable, right? Bound to happen.
It was from last season, I think. If you look at Arsenal, even when they have the full squad and everything, this is what they were doing. They choose the team. Which team they know that they can go against, okay, they go all out. Which team they know they can't go, so what they do is they try to score a first goal and they defend. You see Liverpool last season, even they had some injured players, injured star and everything and all, but Liverpool were not winning 1-0 all the game. They were smashing opponents.
Yep.
Am I right? They were smashing opponents all the way. Even Man City, during their dominance, when Man City dominated 4 Premier League, you see, they were not winning 1-0 or 2-0. They were smashing everything that comes to their way.
Yep.
5, 6 and everything. You see, Arsenal, when it comes in terms of scoring, they are a bit poor. Yeah, but defending, they are good. That's why they got all the clean sheet. And Gabriel and Saliba got injured only. You see, all behind Bocho already.
I want to give them some credit because okay, I think that they beat Newcastle at St. James's Park, which they struggled to do for a very long time. I saw some kind of progress. And you see, this is a Villa team which is like, it is a well-drilled, well-coached team actually. So, and they're coming to full form as well. And it's not something a team like suddenly, so they played well. And to be fair, the goal came in a very, very last moment.
Yeah.
I mean, and Arsenal also, Leandro Trossard, he came in the second half.
Yep.
And then he came out also the second half after the goal. So
He's a very underrated player, by the way.
I agree.
I never rated him. Sorry, I'm okay with him. I just don't like Martinelli.
Martinelli, seriously, he is overrated.
He is overrated. And I wanted to add, when Noni Madueke was playing for Arsenal in the first few games he came, I was very impressed. He played for England. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Now the Chelsea Madueke is playing for them. The dribble, the stupid dribble, then you stuck, then you blur, and then you stuck again. That same thing he was doing, man. I mean, it's like, I said, what the hell? The player just came back to Chelsea level already.
But of course, I mean, again, right, to top up, giving credit as well, right? I think it was a very good display from both teams overall, right?
Yeah.
Again, moments where they could have done better. I think the Gyökeres part, I can agree as well, right? When going to why is he going towards the flanks and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's again, right, questions on Arteta's tactics.
Maybe he just doesn't know how to use a striker.
Yeah, exactly. Perhaps.
I mean, he's Spanish.
Or maybe I feel that he doesn't have the perfect striker because what is his name again? Victor Gyökeres.
Gyökeres.
Yeah, Gyökeres. He is good, but you should see which league he was good in. He was performing in the Portuguese league, which he was handling and everything.
Bruno Fernandes came from Portuguese league.
Okay, from there.
No, Bruno Fernandes is midfield. But this player, they expected him a lot because the amount of goals that he scored, he was nominated in Ballon d'Or for top 20.
Yeah.
So this was the reason. You see, this was the reason they signed him and everything. So a player who is nominated in Ballon d'Or top 20, you have scored 60, 70 goals one season and everything. So when you come here to this league and everything, which you have played before, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that was quite a while ago.
A while ago, many years.
I was a young boy at the time.
Yeah.
No, or maybe Arsenal cannot have striker at all because Gabriel Jesus is a world-class striker. He came there.
For Man City, yes. For
Man
City,
no more the world-class striker already. You can take out the world already.
Yes, for Man City.
But still, the saying goes, right? Gabriel Jesus
he's not exactly a striker.
Yeah, he's not all that great of a striker. And imagine if with having a not so proper striker at City to win the league, So imagine, this were talked separately offline. We spoke as well. The kind of the impact that he can bring should he move to a next club, right? But no lah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When Haaland came to Man City, was Arteta still assistant manager for Man City?
I don't think so.
No wonder he doesn't know how to play with a striker.
But he had Aguero when he was with Guardiola time.
Yeah, Aguero, he was that time there.
Yeah, he was there. He was there. He had Aguero.
Aguero also is not the same.
Aguero is world class.
World class, but the profile of striker, I think Haaland, Gokares, Sesko are all more or less the same mold of strikers, which is they are powerful strikers, They are not like Aguero. Aguero is more of a poacher kind of player. Like Aguero, Vardy, all is similar category. Maybe I think it was Pep Guardiola brilliance to buy Haaland when Arteta was leaving so that, to win the league seamlessly.
I think not only brilliant when you look at it, because Pep Guardiola is a manager. I think he talks to each and every player. Even Ian Robben, once when he was in Bayern Munich, told that Pep Guardiola called him at 3 or 4 in the morning to talk about tactics.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts.
So see, these are kind of managers where they talk, they make you this, that, everything. They make you to be who you are lah.
Yep.
But I think how many top strikers Pep Guardiola has managed actually? I think in Bayern Munich, probably Lewandowski was there. Was he there when Lewandowski?
Yep.
So, okay, Barcelona, Messi is not a striker. He had Eto'o, which he left out.
Well, he had Eto'o, he had Thierry Henry.
Yes,
Thierry Henry was playing more being
not
inside.
Up to
He had Zlatan. He had Zlatan for one season.
Zlatan also, he had. So, I think he really managed well Lewandowski. I mean, Aguero to a certain extent. And then now is Haaland. I think Arteta didn't see how he managed a big, powerful striker.
Yes, that's true. So, all right. So that was, of course, some of our talking points between, the match against Aston Villa and Arsenal, and a bit of, good points. You guys spoke about Arteta and how he manages strikers and all that. Right? Has he managed top strikers, etc., etc.? But of course, addressing to the fans, let us know your thoughts, drop us your comments, and of course, if you are new here, the usual stuff, hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the notifications as well, and stay tuned to none other than football topics, the realities and banters and humors and you name it lah. So all right. So speaking of which, right. So we are done with the Arsenal side of things. Abang, Newcastle not bad. Okay lah. I mean, a good win against Burnley. I mean, Burnley had a red card. I think there was a red card.
Yeah. But they were leading before that.
Yeah, they were already leading and all that. And of course, the upcoming Tyneside derby, as per what, Kuhan mentioned.
Derby of all derbies.
Yeah, man, the derby of all derbies.
Of all derbies.
400-year rivalry.
But of course, exactly. And also, of course, in between the Champions League match as well, right? So,
Leverkusen, I think they're playing Leverkusen.
Nice. So, yeah, bang, take us through, man. What did you make of the games overall?
Everyone now is playing set piece. Set piece became very important. You have to score from set piece, from corners and everything. So Newcastle also, their corner routine, score directly from the corner.
Denburn.
No, not Denburn. Bruno Gomes took the corner and scored directly from the corner intentionally. And he tried that for the second time. That one tak masuk lah. And then, of course, the red card. Newcastle was a bit tepid though, in my opinion. They attacked, they played well against Burnley. And Gordon played his best match in the longest time. I can't remember when's the last time he played well.
Yep.
And Gordon is starting for most of his England matches, and he should be playing well for Newcastle.
Yep.
So Newcastle were okay with their fullbacks and all. And then, as usual, Newcastle has a problem. They are conceding at the very last minute all the time. They have lost 11 points of winning positions based on this. So you plus 11 now into the league and you see where you'll be standing.
Exactly. If you do plus, that means, that's 30. That's already top 4. Easily top 4.
There you go.
Yeah.
More.
Probably level on points with Arsenal, maybe.
Yeah. So this, I don't know, it's creeping up psychologically or not. So I really have no idea. But anyway, we saw the arrival of our number 9.
Oh,
right. Okay
what did you make of his game?
Didn't do much, and
Yohan Wissa.
10 minutes. So I was 10 minutes. You can't see much. I'm not sure who will start against Leverkusen. My guess is that I think Walter Mada will start against Leverkusen. And
He has to. Because I feel that, since you said earlier that now Newcastle are playing, not only Newcastle, all teams are playing from set piece. So set piece has become an important part of football. So why do normally teams go for set piece? You see, like Arsenal, they are the king of set piece. They go for corner. All this time they try to score from corner. Why? Because they know they have 1 to 2 good players who can attack the ball. So I believe also in Newcastle, this Walter Meda, this tall guy now,
Walter
Walter
Mada.
Mada, and he's good. He's good on air and everything. He's good striker, like good sport. For now, we can't judge much because he's still young. I believe he has.
But
He will
he's
reach his
now
potential.
he's German #1 striker.
Yeah, he is. Because German don't have any other striker this amount.
God, they have a few actually. They have a few.
But just to top that up a bit, right? I think he may not start Johan Wisa alongside Walter Mada as yet.
Possible. I have no idea. I have no idea what Eddie Howe will do. I have no idea.
I mean, look, the guy has to manage his injury as well. He's just come back from an injury
Yeah,
and all that. So I
exactly.
think
but
the
he
minutes will matter.
was
I believe
available
he's-
for a month.
I believe he's even not called up for his country, Congo.
No. What happened was I think he's not going because he
He's
wasn't.
not called up. He wasn't called up.
Yeah, but I think that was the agreement with Newcastle actually because you went for the thing and
Yeah,
he went for the one of the international and got injured. But this is a player which never got injured for Brentford.
Sometime. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So and then he was injured, and then now I think he's not going for AFCON, which is great for us. And the other thing is coming back to your set piece. I think Arsenal is good in set piece. A lot of teams are, but I also think that the English referee are allowing this wrestling to happen inside, blocking the keepers and all these things. So I think that's the reason why there's a place to exploit which Arsenal is using at the moment, which other teams are already start to use. So I think that's about it actually about Newcastle and it was we should have killed off that game and then score 5-0 or something like that. But now Newcastle they want to manage their time. They don't want to spend all their energy because they have like 3 matches in a week and they're not used to it anymore. So that is why it's very hard to.
And of course considering the Tyneside derby as well coming this weekend. So
that is real feud. That is like
that's going to be tight because knowing Sunderland is also
Sunderland is good.
Not strong is there, but then in between they also becoming like Sayo moving here, moving there, moving here, moving there.
But when it comes to you don't there's no form in derby.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
There's no form in derby.
That is true.
And the best part, I think that there are very few homegrown players actually who knows about a derby. Dan Burn is one of them. Maybe Jacob Murphy to a certain extent. But it is going to be a tough game. The derby, I think it's going to be a tough game. So let's see how it goes. I want to emphasize that this derby is not like any other derby out there. I mean, Manchester, you have 2 clubs. London, you have a lot of clubs. London derby has television made up derby.
Too many, yeah.
Everton, Liverpool also is more or less the same place. I mean, Everton is Liverpool. But this one is 2 cities which they are only 15 minutes apart actually. And they are divided politically as well from 400, 500 years ago. Yes. It is not a derby, it's a feud.
It's a feud.
Yeah, so it's like that's why it's huge actually. I mean, I think for we don't live around that area or England. Also, we don't know actually. That's why for us, London derby is a big deal, but actually no one cares there.
True lah.
So let's see. And this time Sunderland is strong and Newcastle also is strong.
Yep, I agree.
Both are strong.
Yeah, on paper, yeah, I can agree as well, right? So that's that, man. So of course, towards the final topic of the night, so we had a great comeback from Leeds against Liverpool. Bloody hell! It's like when I was seeing the scoreline at 3-2, I thought, okay lah, at least Liverpool can end this with a win lah. What you going? What you going to concede? And 3-3, right? And 3-3. And I mean, of course, although yes, we are recording at the midweek, and over the
a lot has been spoken.
Yes, a lot has been spoken, and although in the Champions League they won 1-0. So Randiv, I'm not sure if you tuned into the game, Leeds and Liverpool. What did you make of the game between Leeds and Liverpool?
Okay, I know that the part of talking about Slot and Salah will be later.
Yeah.
Just a bit of the topic I have to touch in this is because why? You see, okay, Liverpool, not only Salah, you see KK's the left back, he's not performing. Gakpo is not performing. Basically, half of their players is not performing. But then the thing
Half.
with Salah,
Actually,
You're
one
saying
player is
half.
performing lah.
There's only one.
Two. Ekitike and Sloboslai.
so that's why I said, like what you said is true. Okay, so okay, let's just say lah, from their squad of 11, maybe 9 are not performing, 2 are performing. Why put the blame on Salah? What Salah spoke was not right. I agree. But then why only Salah? Why you are not dropping any other players? Kekes is rubbish. You are still playing him. Gakpo is rubbish. You are still playing him. When Konate is absolutely the worst.
They got no replacement for
big
Konate. Konate is
Konate went
irreplaceable at the
everywhere.
moment.
You see,
Yeah,
Van
it's-
Dijk
there is
also,
no-
Van Dijk also, he's 30. Van Dijk also, he's 33.
Mhm.
And you are playing in the Premier League. Gone are the days where Liverpool's tactic, where if they can sit behind, they can use all the aerial threat and everything.
Mhm.
But now they are like open house. Everyone is welcome. You can come from this side, you can come from that side, and everything. So, but then
Mana pun boleh.
the problem is they blame it on only Salah. Salah is the problem.
Why do you
Why
think?
not the other players?
Why do you
Ah,
think?
so
Why do you
now,
think?
my question I'm going to
Okay.
ask. So of course, since we have spoke on, I mean, yes, this is just one of the games. Considering Salah has not started in 3 games as per what
3 games, yeah.
the socials, everyone is going berserk about this, right? You see the recent interview that Salah was in, right? He gave that interview, right? Considering his contribution, his impact, his achievement that he has had, and not just this season, yeah, overall, yeah. So
10 years, man.
I will share some stats from him, yeah. Yeah, so Salah 420 games appearances, 420 appearances, yeah, 250 goals, 113 assists, 113, yeah, 2 EPLs, 2 EFLs, 1 Champions League, 1 FA Cup, 1 Club World Cup. Okay. Considering the stature he has had and what he has brought into the club, right? Is this the beginning of the end of Salah in Liverpool? Considering all the successes that he has achieved, contributed, and now being benched for like 3 games and counting. I leave this to you guys.
I want to say something lah. There is this maxim going on. A lot of people are talking this. I mean, no player is bigger than the club.
Exactly.
We hear this one all the time. This maxim we hear all the time. I think famously, this maxim was said by Alex Ferguson when he was letting go of David Beckham, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
I
I
think so.
think it's that. But you have to understand, without Salah, Liverpool for the last 10 years will not be what it is, period. This is the reality because across 10 years, he's consistent like crazy, except now. And now also, we are compounding it on him. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Adam Cheney channel, he asked in his podcast, he said that, is Salah actually the cause of Liverpool downfall? It's half yes. The other half is
Okay.
it's the Liverpool's team because they are occupying his space. There are no fake runs being made to free the left hand side. There is Ekitike not giving him the ball from the left hand side. There is Isak occupying the middle. There is Florian Wirtz who's holding up the gameplay. Actually, these are also the compounding factor where why Salah is not performing. Yes, and Salah doesn't track back because it is his instructions or how he plays is where you don't need him to track back. Okay, this is equivalent of telling Messi to track back and defense, So Messi is a brilliant player, but for Liverpool, that brilliant player is equivalent to Salah. And Liverpool fans are getting up to my nerves because the thing is that they say that Liverpool made Salah world class.
Isn't it the other way around? Okay, I mean,
Exactly.
okay lah.
Okay,
No.
because
Go ahead,
Go
go
on,
ahead,
go on,
Bang.
go on.
Okay, no, I'm saying that is because it's like, I mean, look, just, I know it's banter, I'm just poking fun and all that, right? But are we actually saying that Liverpool was not okay, I don't want to say world class, but okay, let's put it as class. I think they were a class team. I mean, even before Salah.
relative to who?
If you're putting it that way,
Relative to who? They have always been a big team, undeniable.
okay, so
But
maybe that's what I meant.
They
Yeah,
are a big team, but
right.
when you look across the league especially,
Mhm,
okay, let's put Rafa Benitez. Liverpool is a one-off thing. Okay,
Okay.
Brandon Rodgers has Luis Suarez and Steven Gerrard. They lost the title because of Gerrard. Period. Simple. There is no other.
The sleep.
The sleep lah. Okay, let's blame that lah. Let's blame
Okay lah.
that. Okay, let's put that. Okay, maybe there are other compounding factor back then. But Liverpool, if there was no a very, very, very strong Manchester City, Liverpool would be winning a lot more titles. That's true. With the
Okay.
number
Yes,
of points, that is very true. So and all of Liverpool titles, of course, during the Klopp period and everything, their cup finals, all they went, is all started because of Salah. Because let me give you some. Let me give the viewers some history lesson lah. So during the 2015-2016 season, during that time, so at that time, if you remember the movie Moneyball, Boston Red Sox,
Yes, yes.
Liverpool already had the team running around already with all the analytics.
Right.
Okay, those analytics, you can Google this. Salah in Roma was already showing the statistics of elite level alongside Neymar. What is this? Messi and all. Messi is very far outlier lah. So it was along the lines of those players, you know. So it is not they buy someone. It's not like they buy Randiv and made him a superstar. And yeah, we can say that.
I become the contoh lah.
Contoh lah. Okay. The other contoh is, okay, Isak lah, for example. I would say Newcastle made Isak world class when he was playing for us lah. You understand? It was very clear. I mean, you see what's happening now. You see what his scoring rate before and what he did Newcastle. Salah was also doing well for Roma. And Liverpool started using Salah and he was scoring. The English media didn't know who this African fella coming and scoring a lot of goals. Because he is elite. Hey, just for the viewers, for our international viewers, Anna means big brother. Language. We have international viewers, mind you.
So you see, like what you were saying earlier, okay, I do agree. Nah. Salah was a player that was carrying Liverpool and everything. But for me personally, I don't believe he alone. You see, Liverpool used to have Trent Alexander-Arnold right back until today, which they cannot replace, and until whatever they do, they can't replace. Okay, then left back they used to have Robertson. Both were the best attacking wings in world football.
Well, they had competition. They had Kyle Walker. You had Graviol playing left back. So they had competition. But when you come to Salah, they can't replace him.
Yeah,
That is
memang
the
they
point.
can't. They can't replace him. So the problem is now also I feel that, like I think when I met you all the day, I spoke lah. The problem with Liverpool is why Slot won the Premier League last season is because he took the team from Klopp, the same exact team, and he didn't spend. And everybody was so surprised that among all the teams, Liverpool was the only team that didn't spend anything, nothing. Then came next season, our friend Salah, he wants to enter all the shopping mall at one go.
Yep. And you see, the thing is that the recent press conference he gave on Alexander Isak, that they said that Isak is not playing well because we don't have a player whose profile is like Jacob Murphy. I don't know. This is like, I mean, he literally made Liverpool fans dumb. I'm sorry. I mean, like how Jacob? I mean, there was a running meme when the Isak saga was when they sold. It's like we sold you the iPhone, but we didn't sell you the charger, which was So, but and now he's coming out and telling that. I mean, as a manager, why would you tell that?
Why? This
Why would you?
now
I mean,
this excuse.
Also, sorry guys. Also another thing which I personally feel okay, you see, Salah was the go-to player all this while before.
Yeah.
He's a star. He is this, that, everything. So when Isak came in for a bigger transfer fee, 150 million, so he became the star.
Was he?
So when I mean, sorry for what I feel. So
Okay.
not he became the star. They feel Liverpool feel he became the star.
Okay.
They feel he became the star and everything. So when they see he can't perform this, that, everything. Maybe Slot thinks that Salah is the problem because all this while they are too dependent on Salah. Everything is Salah, betul Salah, betul Salah. All Salah.
You have an elite player. Would you not say Barcelona? Okay, Barcelona was not dependent on Messi 100% lah. But
no, that is not. Barcelona is Barcelona because of Messi.
Yeah, Barcelona, I would agree they had a group of Barcelona had a group of world-class players. I think prime MU, except for that one season where Ronaldo was shining, they were very collective. But when it comes to Liverpool, I think, though I always say that Mane is the one who, I mean, like, what is this? What is this? Oxlade Chamberlain.
Oxlade
What's his
Chamberlain.
name?
Yeah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, he gave this nice anecdote about playing with the Firmino, Mane, and Salah. He said that Salah scores a lot of goal, but then when the game gets really hard, the player which comes into the fray is Mane. And of course, Firmino is the one which, assists them and all these things. But having said that, Salah played well without Mane. They won the Premier League. So single-handedly, you cannot say that Mane was as important as Salah. So I think that the only time that he is now struggling and they are throwing him under the bus. I mean, Liverpool owe him more than he owes Liverpool. Let's put it that way. And
So-
I just want to add one more thing. I just want to give you all this question. You all think
It's
about
true.
it.
It's true. It's definitely
If
true.
if this is Harry Kane doing it, do you think the English media will react it like this?
Oof.
No,
Simple.
they would have
Without
they would have carried him.
They would
They
have
would have
sacked the
supported him.
manager and get someone else.
they were supported him. Yeah.
They would have supported him. So we know the English media is biased. We have seen with Luis Suarez racist comments.
Not only that, everything. All the
Well,
everything is
I want
absolutely
to be more specific. I want to be more specific. So when John Terry was having the same racist, allegations, and Luis Suarez was having the same racist allegation, you can Google this. You see the headlines. It was very different. So this is the same thing is happening. I mean, like you see another thing. Like Florian Wirtz, he is a terrible player for Liverpool. He's not playing well, but we are just like bantering. People are telling, oh, maybe he should do this, should do that. Maybe he's just new. But then think about it. When Paul Pogba came for that fee, what kind of attention he got for MU
Yes.
when he was playing badly?
So,
So I think we
biasness,
know what is the common denominator here. And if you want to add that up, when you go and hear other podcasts, so far I've listened to a couple of podcasts. I've heard, this is football from Scherer, Lineker, and all. The only one which I heard, which was like in the talking on Salah's favor, is actually Andy Cole.
right.
Yeah, so
The only one,
the only so far I mean, I've listened to a couple, but this is the one everywhere. I mean, Jamie Carragher, oh my god.
Yeah,
Bad
exactly.
guy.
So
Horrible.
to add on to Jamie Carragher's, right? His statement on Sky Sports, basically, right? So he said that it was a disgrace what Salah did. He chose this time to go for the manager and get him sacked. He also continued by saying, one thing I want to remind Mo Salah and maybe his agent before he came to Liverpool, Mo Salah was known as the guy who failed at Chelsea. That's a fact. Okay, wait, hang on. He goes on by saying this. Egypt in the AFCON are the most successful nation. Mo Salah has never won the AFCON. So, hence my statement earlier. Mo Salah has not won the AFCON. Name one English player who has won the Euros. So, bloody hell. But okay. So now speaking of the interview that Salah gave, right? I mean, of course, he's been branded by, throwing the club under the bus when the team needs him the most and all that. I don't know about you guys.
The team needs him the most.
that,
They should start with him or bring him on.
Okay. In the name of professionalism, okay, why take it to the press? These are the kind of conversations you have with your manager. Come on, let's name a few players. Thierry Henry did that. He didn't go to the press. When he was benched, he traveled with the team in Barcelona. He was benched. He's like, boss, what's going on? You go speak to your manager. Of course, when Wayne Rooney was, remember that news blast out that he was not going to renew his contract and he was going to join Chelsea or what? I can't remember which club, right?
Chelsea, 2004.
Correct or not? Did he go?
Yeah.
He didn't go to the press and say he's screw this club. I'm going to leave. He had a conversation with the gaffer. And I mean, these are just for starters. Okay, maybe another one. I know I'm touching a few United players. Have you ever seen Juan Mata, who hardly played for United, hardly started? Did you ever see him going to the press or let alone put on social media? No. So again,
sorry to this one. I think the example you gave was good, but I think a bigger, better example would have been Phil Jones at Man United.
Phil Jones at Man United.
He was comfortable.
I mean, sorry to say, not because I'm a United supporter. He was poor. But then you see, I play or I don't play, I'm committed to the club.
So that's a good one as well, right? So that's why I'm saying, okay, maybe to question the level of professionalism, I can agree with Jamie Carragher's statement. But the things that I cannot accept is that his statement when he said that he's the guy who failed at Chelsea. The guy hardly started in Chelsea.
Exactly.
begin
Same
with.
like Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, he all hardly started. What is he yapping about, man? So I don't know, Kuhan. I mean, I know along the lines you were covering on Salah's stats that he was elite, and I couldn't agree more. He's a world class. Mo Salah is
Yep.
world class. But by him portraying this, right, is this gonna diminish him? Is this putting his status down and all that? What's your opinion, man?
I think
Do you think this will impact Salah?
think he okay. Let's put it this way, lah. I mean, all your examples, all you're telling these players had a problem, didn't come out to the press. But you see, Salah thinks he is a world class player. Okay, and similarly,
Isn't
he is, of course. I mean, Messi also did the same thing when his friend Suarez got sold. He came out to the press and criticized the club. So Ronaldo did the same thing as well.
Or can I say Salah? You see Salah, he's 33. So he already know this might be his last season. So maybe there is a part, maybe he's doing these things. So now what by doing this and having the problem with Liverpool, what you call offers, bids to come
Again,
in
you are
everything.
already super well paid. How much a Saudi can give you more? How much? There's a I mean,
Yeah,
the
true.
data is out there. I mean, studies is telling you that the money is to a certain level of happiness. After a certain level, it doesn't matter actually. So I don't think the Saudi one counts actually. I think he genuinely feels like crap against how he's being treated in the club. And I think with the new incoming
That's true.
players and without players like Trent Alexander-Arnold and all these things, all where his buddies and everything, so they're not voicing out. And I also think that this is also coming to Van Dijk captaincy as well.
So I mean, your statements earlier and all that kind of like sums up my next question. In fact, where if they should sell Salah, or time to move on, right? So because I think that's bound to happen now, considering whatever has happened. But remember, I mean, I will quote this, regardless lah. I mean, of course, look, we can go all day long, all night long criticizing on what Salah has done. He shouldn't have done this, it's resulting to his professionalism and all. I know I'm saying that as well. I think it could have been handled differently, but look, it's done. I'm not saying damage, but it's already been done, right?
Handled well. This is exactly how he wants to play the game.
I think
Why,
right? It is being handled well.
Why I say this is, okay, you criticize the manager now after 3 games not playing you, even though they need someone to score the goal, you don't come out to score the goal. So it's very clear cut, your manager is putting you there and he's not putting you because the manager just don't like you. Okay, for whatever reason lah. So I think it's going according to plan. Think about it. You see, in the 3 games he didn't play. Arne Slot didn't field him at all, even when needed, even when they were down and all these things. So it's a clear cut to show that we don't need you. In lose or draw, we don't need you actually. That's the first one. So if you are a player, which you are a club legend, that you want to retire there, you cannot sit down. You can't sit down. You've been there for years. And this guy came out of the from nowhere, Eredivisie, I think, won some Mickey Mouse Cup there. And then it's true, right? I mean, like, and then you won the league. Slot came from this, this Dutch league and everything. Came here and fine. And we know the history of Dutch coach in Premier League. So
Yeah, definitely.
so
let's not go there.
I'm just saying. So you are a club legend for 10 years. You've been delivering the goods, and then you see this guy come in. He bought a bunch of players, and he's compromising your game. And then you are being put on the spot. So I think Salah is well advised because he's going to go to the AFCON. So put the statement out, some kind of a controversy or whatnot, and see how Slot does without him for 1 month in AFCON. If Slot doesn't do well, he's going to get a sack. Game over. Salah wins.
Very good point. A very good point. A very
Salah,
good point.
If Slots plays well without Salah, then by the end of the January transfer window, if I was Salah, if I'm a world-class player, and if I'm an arrogant world-class player, I'm not going to go to Saudi. I'm going to go to a Champions League side. I might even go to Chelsea.
So, never know.
They might. Chelsea everybody.
That's why I say Chelsea. So maybe not a Premier League team, but maybe a Champions League team. Which you can play. PSG, for example, Real Madrid or whatnot, actually. Why not? 1 season or half a season loan or something like that. So this is where I think that it's probably going according to what they have planned, I think, Salah and his advisors.
perhaps, right? So, but of course, to echo a little bit on what you were saying, right? I mean, regardless of the saga, right? The Salah and Slot saga. I call it the Salot. The Salot saga. Salot saga, right? But of course,
some other things or lah.
I mean, if you ask me, regardless of, look, the fiasco and all has been going on and all that, right? And whatever the outcome is, in my opinion, of course, Salah will still go down as Liverpool's legend, period. He still goes down as the club legend. That's how I,
wait, let me
right?
correct you. Not club legend, Premier League legend.
Premier League greats, yeah. He still is by far one of the, he still falls as one of the Premier League greats as well, right? Alongside with all the great names like, the Wayne Rooneys and the and who else, so many other names out there as well, right?
You see, all this problem, maybe a month or two, everyone will forget about it. Then Salah becomes a legend. Same like Michael Owen. Michael Owen jumped ship.
Michael
He
Owen
was a Liverpool legend. He
Michael
went to
Owen is
many
not a
places
Liverpool
and he came
legend.
back to Man United. But still, he's still a Liverpool legend. Until today,
Really?
they carry him as a
Even after
legend.
he does the greatest betrayal of all. Hey,
Still,
come
they
on,
consider him as a legend for what he have done.
Liverpool, man. He left his boyhood club. This is according to Liverpool fans, not me.
Because I think at that time, I mean, sorry to touch about Michael Owen a bit. Michael Owen, as far as I know, when he was young, he was good. He won the Ballon d'Or.
With 17
I think
goals.
at that time normal. Now, you see, now also Ballon d'Or. We don't know how to
Ballon
tell.
d'Or.
Either
your
you have to
popularity
score a lot of
compares.
goals, you have to assist.
Yeah, it's another Mickey Mouse trophy lah. I mean, it's not me saying it. A lot of people out there saying it, right? Yeah. So, but
one season you score a lot of goals, you score assists, you get Ballon d'Or. One season you win the World Cup, you win this one, you are the Ballon d'Or. Then like Messi, how you want? That was really fraud.
So yeah, but of course, just before we end the pod, right? So I know, when you mentioned it earlier as well, it was actually my question I wanted to ask, right? Considering everything that has been happening at Liverpool, I still ask this question: is Arne Slot's job still safe?
No.
It's a matter of
It's
time.
a matter of time. It's a matter of not if, it's just when. And we will know.
When?
We will know.
There's no longer if
in
anymore.
the festive period how he does.
Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. So, I mean, of course, considering they've got, of course, although they won Champions League, they did win. They've got Brighton this weekend. Can
you just tell
playing
the
at
list
Anfield,
of names
right?
until the AFCON over?
The funniest part, guys, you see, this is Slot. You see, Slot, okay, the media still okay. If this was Amorim, finish.
Yes, it's a whole different narrative altogether, right?
Okay, let me be fair lah. Slot won the Premier League, so Amorim is still a nobody.
Yep.
Give that lah. I mean, as much as as much as you say that his club still and everything, but he won it. He still won it.
Yeah, he still won it.
He won. He has a Premier League title to his name.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not going to go
all right.
away.
So that having said, we have reached the end of this pod, and so of course, addressing to the fans, right? What did you make of I know it was just a very little of the match, but then of course, what followed with the match was our thoughts on the Salah and Slot saga, or the Salot saga. So do let us know, what did you make of the current saga that's been happening, when the current fiasco and whatnot, right? And of course, your thoughts on Jamie Carragher's comments. Yeah, I know we did share quite a bit as well, things that I couldn't accept, right? And at the end, I just had to
he
had
spoke
couple
like
of
a
bones to pick
fanboy.
with Jamie Carragher, right? Yeah, exactly. Right? Finally, he realized, right? Don't throw my club under the bus. Come on, lah. So, but yeah, of course, to the fans and to the viewers, do let us know your thoughts and comments. And if you are new here, once again, hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notifications and stay tuned to funny talks on football, banters, humor, jokes, and of course, realities in football as well. So once again, this is me, Matt, your host, signing out from Monologue Studios. Joining me in the studio, Kuhan. And once again, thank you, Randiv, for joining us in our pod for the very first time. Stick around until the very next episode. Cheers. Peace out.